An American army is fighting for you.
1941, a date which will live.
To note that the first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima.
These forces met their mark.
We have declared the war in Vietnam.
But we don't plan to surrender either.
We are going to win.
Proportions and would lead to World War III.
Allied air forces began an attack on military
Decide that in the 21st century that America...
March 5th, 2052, the United States has officially closed.
The United States will go ahead with a national quarantine. The new plague virus.
This is Scythwing, buzzing back in after a long takedown. Yeah, my throat went, and then I broke my foot. But anyway, this is Fallout Tactics. I was gonna play Fallout 1, but I was having trouble getting it recording, same with 2, so I thought, Tactics is fun. It's one of the games you don't see too often. Follows a rare group of the Brotherhood of Steel. I played the first 2 a little bit, and I played the more popular 3, Vegas, and 4. This one I have only got like very, very little experience on, so I don't know how well this is going to go. This might suck. We might have to try like 1,000 times to get this to work. But that's how games work. Sometimes you gotta try them out a little. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola? Shinakata.
Right here, pull over. All right, ain't nothing in there.
Ooh! So close there. Chicago. Of course, that makes perfect sense. No offense to anybody who lives in Chicago. Chicago got its butt kicked. Has war changed? I think that one guy in the front, he's just like, yo everybody, how's it going?
War never changes.
That's on Happy Pancake Day.
It was the inevitable result of the path humanity had chosen. Everyone who entered into the conflict expected victory. Everyone was optimistic.
Yeah.
But as the hostilities escalated, optimism faded, and society began to collapse. The great vaults were built to house the wealthy, the powerful, the influential, and those deemed necessary to their survival.
And a whole bunch of random
Inside, resources and technology were stockpiled, a final defense against the coming Holocaust. With the past behind them and the present destroyed, they looked to the future. The sturdy Vault Zero was to be the nucleus of the Vault network, housing the greatest leaders, artists, and scientists. The inhabitants of Vault Zero were to reunite the vaults and lead the people to a new life, a new world. But after the bombs, the world would be a harsh one.
Aww.
To ensure the creation of a post-nuclear utopia, the Vault dwellers would need help. Machinery was constructed to tame a land hardened by the ravages of war, then tempered by nuclear winter. But plans were barely in place when the first missiles left the silos. During the destruction, communication between the vaults ceased. Entire vaults were lost. Those that survived were on their own. Not all vaults succumbed to the machinations of war. On North America's west coast, one group of military vault dwellers emerged almost unscathed. They surveyed the wasteland and squared their shoulders for the task ahead. These dedicated survivors salvaged the technology from the vaults. Technology that was studied, replicated, and fiercely guarded. For they knew that while their power came from numbers, their future lay in scientific knowledge.
Science!
In time, they formed the Brotherhood of Steel. The Brotherhood used their knowledge to drive back the atrocities of the wasteland, proclaiming themselves the technological saviors of mankind. They scoured the land in search of more technology, raiding mutant camps, bandit towns, and the broken remains of other vaults. But even they could not keep pace with the high tolls demanded by life in the wasteland. The Brotherhood found themselves at odds with their need for new blood versus their code of technological secrecy. The debate was lengthy.
Secret.
Finally, the elders ruled against sharing the technology with outsiders, convinced that they would endure as they had before.
Yeah, which is a stupid
Further
idea.
discussion was discouraged, and the elders ordered the minority on a mission across the wastes. Super mutants, the foot soldiers of a conquered army, had been forced into a retreat across the mountainous barrier to the east. The Brotherhood constructed airships and dispatched the minority to track down and assess the extent of the remaining super mutant threat. But disaster struck while crossing the Great Mountains. A great storm gripped the main airship and flung it far from its course. The mighty ship was badly damaged. The smaller sections were torn from the main craft, never to be seen again. Many of the expedition's leaders were lost to the winds. The fraction of the crew that still survived struggled to keep their ship aloft before finally crashing on the
That's what
outskirts
happened when you let
of a
Gilligan
once
drive.
thriving metropolis. A city once called Chicago. Broken, scattered, and scarred, they took stock of the situation and once again squared their shoulders to the task ahead. The Brotherhood had much to offer the surrounding villages.
Including scary
They traded
power.
advanced medicines in exchange for food and labor. They traded protection from bandits in exchange for new recruits. In time, their ranks began to swell. Separated by distance and ideology from the main Brotherhood forces, the minority was free to forge a new Brotherhood of Steel, one that reflected the ideals they had strived for all along. However, one's future in the wasteland is never certain, for an old power has awakened, also bent on making this land its own.
Old power.
Life in the Brotherhood is about to change.
Isn't that all it's been doing? Alright, let's do intro. We just watched the intro. Single player. Probably want to do the tutorial first. Basic.
Recruit! Attention! I am Paladin Ziskel. The elders have ordered me to mold you lizard-chasing, hut-dwelling, moon-worshipping savages into Brotherhood of Steel initiates. You are going to learn the basics of combat, followed by inventory management and other skills. First, let's talk about this miracle of technology which you are currently using, called the Pip-Boy 2000 computer. You will receive all your mission briefs and debriefs through this device, and you can use it to review any information you receive during a mission. Pay careful attention, as you will be given a lot of very useful information. Now begin the mission by left-clicking on Start Mission.
But I'm too busy chasing lizards and worshipping moon.
Let's get started, recruit. During the mission, you can view your surroundings by using the cursor keys to scroll the viewing window. You can also use your mouse to scroll the window by holding it over the border of the desired direction. Center the game window on Rex by right-clicking on his control tab. Take a look around. You will only be able to see the enemy if there is a direct line of sight between them and at least one of your squad members. Rex is carrying a submachine gun, SMG, in his left hand. This is his currently selected weapon. If you don't have a weapon in your selected hand, then you can perform hand-to-hand attacks. It might not sound like much, but nothing ever feels as good as delivering a mailed fist to some unsuspecting raider's snot box. We're going to target the dummy nearest to Rex by moving the cursor over it. When we do this, the pointer changes to a targeting cursor. Now, click Done. Target the dummy, and left-click to fire it.
Okay.
To make Rex move, you must left-click on the
there's a
location you want him
sound.
to move to.
Now look at
If you
that.
hold the Shift key down when you left-click, Rex will run to that location. Now, move Rex to the Training Station 2 by left-clicking on the area of floor marked 02. Most weapons have more than one mode. For example, the SMG can be used in either single shot or burst mode. Click Done, and right-click on the
Boom.
Every character in the game has an inventory associated with them. Close this window and look at Rex's inventory by left-clicking on the button marked INV in the panel in the bottom right of the screen.
Oh, okay, I'll click that.
The inventory window will list all the items that a character is currently carrying. You can get additional information on any item in the inventory by left-clicking on it. Rex currently has ammunition for the SMG and is also carrying a knife. When you have a squad of characters, you can redistribute items amongst them by opening a character's inventory and dragging items to the other characters or their character tabs. But this only works if the characters involved are close to one another. Close this window and drag the knife down to Rex's right hand to get him ready for a melee attack. After you have equipped Rex with the knife, close the inventory.
Yeah, we need to put this here. Did it. Done. I guess you go here.
Melee attacks are initialized in exactly the same way as ranged attacks. Select the knife as your chosen weapon by left-clicking on it in the hand slot. Right-click on the dummy at Training Station 3, and Rex will walk...
Alright. I want to see if I get this run to work. Why isn't running work? Is I supposed to hold something? Oh, there we go. Okay, I gotta hold shift. I'm gonna stay up the dummy.
You can loot corpses to see if they contain any items of interest. Do not think of this as dishonorable. Your dead enemies have a wealth of items to aid the Brotherhood. Weapons, armor, ammo, money. It's all out there for the taking. Close this window and loot the body of the dummy you have just attacked by left-clicking on it.
Okay. Oh, right in the butt. Yeah, we're getting deep into the butt pocket.
This window shows two inventories. On the left side of the screen is Rex's inventory. On the right side of the screen is the inventory of the dummy, which we are going to loot from. Take the key from the dummy by left-clicking on it, holding and dragging it into Rex's inventory.
Can I go back to lizard chasing? So we go la 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 la. We go la la la. Wait, oh, I have to done. We go la 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 la.
The key you have found is one of many unbelievably useful objects littered around the wastelands. You must use it to unlock the door to the next room. Left-click on the door, and Rex will walk up to it and unlock it. Now, left-click on the door to open it, and walk through the open door to Training Station 4.
Looks like I could kill someone with the freaking key. I mean, like, just having a key doesn't seem like that unbelievable. Well, gotta go open the door. Doop, 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 doop. I got my knife. Going to open the door. Let's get that. Oop.
Many items in the world are in containers, hidden from prying eyes and sticky fingers. These objects can be identified because when you move the cursor over them, it will change into a yellow target. The locker on Rex's right contains some items, all of which will be of use to you. Left-click on it to open it.
His counter. I might have to actually remove that in the future and just go without. Wait, what was I doing? Having an aid? I was not paying attention at all. Did he take a grenade? What is this? I'm just gonna shoot them. I was not paying attention. I will redo the tutorials afterward by myself, just so I can remember not lose anything. Boo boo boo, boo boo boo. There, they're dead. Now what? Do I leave? Did I break it? I think I broke it.
Your characters have 3 sentry modes that can be set. These are selected using the buttons to the right of the right-hand slot. 1. Off. Only attack when specifically told to do so. 2. Defensive. Report back to the squad leader whenever an enemy is sighted and defend yourself if attacked. 3. Aggressive. Attack any hostile creatures if you have more than a 33% chance of hitting them. The attack threshold can be changed by right-clicking on the button. Now select the SMG and put Rex into attack mode by left-clicking on the aggressive button.
Okay, aggressive. He's like, oh, I'm gonna do it.
Your characters will have a choice of 3 stances. These are selected by using the buttons to the right of the sentry mode controls. 1. Standing. Well, this may be new to some of you tribals.
I'm sorry, we don't need to listen to all that. We're just trying to get the hang of the control. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
This lesson will introduce some of the skills that will be useful to you in the wastelands. The next door is locked, and you do not have the key to open it. However, you can pick the lock. Picking a lock is kind of like picking your nose. If you're successful, you're going to end up with some kind of reward. Walk up to the door and open the Skill Decks menu by right-clicking on the SKL button in the bottom right of the screen. In this menu, you will see a lockpick button. Left-click on the lockpick button to select it, and move the cursor over the door and left-click. Your character should attempt to...
Okay. Again, I'm not going to waste all the time trying to just do that because we'll be here all day. Skills, lockpick button, lock it. Unlock the door. Unlock. Now I'm going to open the door. Now I'm going to walk. Going to move the camera so we can see better.
Let's move on to stealth. The next door is closed because it is equipped with a motion detector that will keep it that way as long as it detects movement in this room. Your chance to sneak is improved when your character is crouched or prone, but remember, you cannot sneak while running. Also, certain types of bulky armor will reduce your chance to use stealth. Now, use the sneak skill by left-clicking on the sneak button in the Skill Decks menu.
So we want to crouch and we want to hit sneak. Dun 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 dun. Hi, Grand Mage. Seriously, it's a freaking Grand Mage. What the hell? You gonna shoot lightning at me? You can't see me.
The green bar on your character's tab indicates how healthy your character currently is. Your health can be restored by using the stim pack which you found earlier. This object can be used to restore health directly by double left-clicking on it in the inventory window, or drag it into one of your hands and select it so it can be used on yourself or fellow party members. Use it on yourself now by double left-clicking on it.
I'm gonna have to run back, aren't I? Let's put them back. Is there items I just missed? I have to run all the way back because I fucked up. He's not even gonna listen to me, is he? Is there an item I missed? Like, it's kind of hard to tell because, like, I didn't see any item to get. Unless I was supposed to, like, loot the dummy. We'll loot this dummy. Run and loot the dummy, you dum-dum. None there. Now I'm feeling like a dummy. I should not have been paying attention. Was there an item box I missed? I didn't see any. I don't see any, like, item boxes. I am very confused. I do not see the stim pack they're talking about. You're probably all yelling at me right now. Nothing here. There are no other boxes. What the heck stim pack is he talking about? Is there a way to change the camera angle? Wow, this is gonna be fun, isn't it, guys? I don't see any item boxes here or anything. So I'm back at the beginning. Said one I found earlier. No, I didn't find one. You mean the key? I mean this. Nice key. Oh, I got like these? Oh, yeah, I didn't see any. Ooh, thrust thing. Exit the main. Yes. Let's go to ambush.
In this tutorial, we demonstrate how to set up an ambush and draw out the enemy using a decoy. This strategy is particularly effective against less intelligent enemies, such as the dog you will encounter here. As with most encounters, this mission can be completed in a number of different ways. Click on Start Mission to view a start by selecting Strom and moving him into a position where he can carry out the ambush. He is armed with a submachine gun, which is an ideal short-range weapon for dispatching opponents. To get increased benefit, we will put him into a crouched stance and select the aggressive sentry mode. Next, select Doc and run him to a point which is far enough away from the dog so that he can avoid damage, but close enough to attract its attention. Now run away, Doc. Notice how effective the SMG is at close range.
Oh, that was simple
Now
enough.
that you've seen an example of how a professional soldier would approach the problem, let's see how well you do.
Where's the dog have? I'm gonna put you over here. And I'm gonna put you in prone because I'm an asshole. He's gonna be like, shh, the dog won't see me coming at all. Okay. Oop. No, I want him in this one. And then we're gonna go select dog, and dog's gonna go. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Run away, dog. La-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la. Oh god, run, dog, run. Yeah, that worked.
Well
better.
done. But remember that in the field, your opponents will often be more resourceful and better armed.
So I should be more resourceful and better armed than them. But then they'll become more resourceful and better armed than me.
In this tutorial, you will learn about the benefits of the sneak skill and melee weapons. We will move the character with the highest sneak skill up to a point behind one of the raiders. Meanwhile, we will move the character with the SMG into a position suitable for taking out the raider's partner. Click on Start Mission to view a recorded movie showing how. Start by setting Ghost to sneak mode, aggressive mode, and crouched.
Sneak. Aggressive. Crouched. And then...
Walk him into the hut, hugging the back wall to maximize your chance of sneaking, and come up behind the leftmost raider. Meanwhile, set Strom to sneak mode. Crouch and walk him into the tent, trying to stay behind the low barriers.
Well, that seems easy enough.
Reselect Ghost and attack the raider with the knife. Meanwhile, reselect Strom and attack the other raider with the SMG. Okay. Now that you've seen an example of how a professional
I am a professional soldier. Select, crouch, aggressive, and we put him right here. And Ghost goes crouched, aggressive, sneak, and he goes right here. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Is that a body on the ground there? I cannot zoom in or router. Doobie 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 doobie. This is kind of boring, y'all. Now we're gonna stab this guy. We're also gonna make stab and we're gonna make him stand up.
Congratulations, recruit. You're starting to understand some of the subtleties of close combat.
Sniper. I love that.
In this, the final tutorial, you are faced with the problem of taking out an enemy who is entrenched in a well-defended position. You'll see how to use height to gain an advantage over the enemy. You'll also learn how to use area effect weapons in a relatively safe manner. Dismissed. Start by selecting both characters and put them into the prone position and sneak mode. Now, select Bullseye and move him to the top of the lookout tower to provide cover for Boomer. Whilst he's moving, select Boomer and get him to crawl around the other side of the bunker. Once he reaches the top of the stairs, switch Bullseye into aggressive mode to provide cover for Boomer. And use Boomer to throw grenades into the bunker. Whoa! See that mess, recruit? Well, guess who's gonna clean that up later? Now that you've seen an example of how a professional soldier would approach the problem, let's see how well you do.
I'll do better because I'm epic. Oh, I guess I should do them both at the same time. Stealth, sneak, prone. I'm gonna put this guy up here. Started me in a horrible spot. And then we're gonna take this guy. He's gonna go up here. He's gonna go up here. There we go. Now I'm gonna do a smart thing. I'm gonna select them both into aggressive at the exact same time. Yeah, how come he's detected? I told him to be in sneak.
Well done, recruit.
Yay.
You have now completed your tactical training and may progress to real missions. If only the last class had been as successful.
Was that the last class I just killed? That's horrible. Well, that's just the training part. We'll do the campaign in the next mission. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that stuff I love, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!